I won't forget. So let's begin the support call. So welcome again. And let's start right away. So Sharon, hello.
Hi. Hi. Thanks for doing the call, Katja.
Welcome.
Yeah, thanks. I'd like some support. We've had a lot of work done on the house over the last 4 weeks, and we've had a lot of problems as well with a blocked toilet
Mm,
and pipe noise. Hopefully that's resolved now. We haven't heard the noise for the last day. So I'm just, but there's a lot of conflict going on anyway. I think you know my situation. I'm just staying here. I don't
mhm,
have anywhere fixed.
mhm,
I told my mum not to take the new bathroom off them because everything they seem to touch seems to go wrong. And also the conflict of wanting to move on from here.
mhm,
I'm just feeling very much. I feel like I'm resigned to the fact that I'm here. I'd
mm,
really, really love to move on from here. Yeah, there's a real sometimes desperation to move on from here, to be honest. There's been a lot of shall we say, conflict between me and my mum over these last few weeks as well
mm.
about how to handle, like, because we've had lots of problems with the house and having to ring them constantly. And not really, really poor communication on their part. So I'm just desperate to move on and feeling that's a little bit impossible. So some release and support around that, please, Katia, being
Ah,
open up to
yes.
miracles. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So would you first just allow yourself to sit back and breathe?
Oh,
And then think about the story that you shared, everything that has happened, and just notice how it feels this moment.
right now, I mean, the last couple of days has been quieter because it's been a really busy time.
Hmm.
And constantly cleaning up after them as well. So it's been moving stuff around in the house as well. And it feels like it's like, even though it's been a quieter time, there's still this a little bit of an expectation that we're going to get problems again with the pipe
Hmm.
noise, and it just feels like
Yes.
I can't get into a positive. Yeah, so that's what's
Mm.
going on right now.
So could you welcome that expectation that you're going to have trouble and problems again, expecting the next wave or hit to come?
Yeah, and I feel like really a little bit, annoyed with myself just to like now just enjoy the last 2 days have been a bit, quieter and more peaceful,
Hmm.
but not the mind's still like trying to draw me in with, past
Yeah.
stories. Yeah.
So could you thank the mind for trying to keep you safe as it's trying to look for all the threats that might be in the surroundings? And
Yeah, that feels spot on that, yeah.
yeah, and could you ask the mind to support you in noticing things that are going well, even now?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, thanks, Katya.
Mm. And then that expectation that the trouble might keep coming. What if that expectation was just that, an expectation, not a prophecy, not the truth? What if you didn't have to believe it?
Oh, well, that would be amazing. Yeah, it feels, in some ways, I keep thinking like, um, it's going to come back. It's going to be like,
Mhm.
it feels in some ways like life is going to punish me in some ways by bringing back the problems.
Mm,
Yeah,
yes. Well, life does bring problems at some point, yes.
yeah.
But do you think it helps you with the problems that might come ahead if you are suffering already?
No, but it just feels like I'm in that cycle. It just seems
Mm,
like over, not only like have we been going through this, there's been lots of things, lots of really negative things that's happened in the family as
mm,
well. And there's been a
yes.
young death in my auntie's family, and it's
Mm,
just, yeah, just keep, I feel like I think that's why I'm feeling bad, I suppose, with myself for not being able to get out of the negative
mm,
expectation, because it feels like I keep creating that in my life and my family's life.
mm. So could you welcome that judging yourself? Just notice it's there.
Yeah. And it's like it's my job to sort.
Yes. And could
Oh,
you let go of wanting to be the one who solves it?
oh. Absolutely, yes. Thank you.
Mm,
Wow, that would be relief.
yes.
Yeah.
And,
Oh,
and could you be open to the situation unfolding and solving out without you trying to figure it out beforehand?
yeah, I'm open to that. Yeah, yeah.
And could you allow yourself to relax a bit and
Yes, I could. Thank you. It was, and then I realized I'm not allowing
mm,
myself to relax. Yeah.
mm,
Waiting for the next thing to happen.
yes, yes,
Wow.
but
Yeah. Oh, that feels a little bit emotional as well. Oh, it would be just so lovely to open up to more ease and flow and things to start, moving forward
mhm.
in such an easier and lighter way and more
Mm.
positive. Yeah.
So could you allow yourself to open to that?
Yes, I'm open to that, Katya. Thank you.
Mm. And could you trust that whatever comes, you'll know what to do and say when it comes, that you'll be supported?
Yeah, I'm open to that as well. Thanks.
Mm.
It feels like what I became aware of this morning, it's like I suppose I'm putting like pressure on myself to
Mm.
move on from here within a certain time.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, because I mean, I've had quite a journey, and I lived off savings, and they come to an end, and I've had to take, money from the benefit system, and it's really, in some ways, feels very unsupportive. And I know
Mm.
that I'm due a review with them, and I don't want to go through that again, Cassia, but
Mm.
I don't feel quite ready health wise. So I feel like I'm putting pressure on myself,
Mm.
to because I know it's going to be sometime this year to move on before that happens, because then I'll be without an income. So
Mm.
um, I don't know if you can just do a little bit of release and support around that, please, like more trust that if
Mhm.
I let that go, I'll have what I need as
Mhm.
I need it, I suppose. Yeah, thanks.
So could you notice all the expectations the mind has created, how it will go, the fears?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
And do you like the way they make you feel?
No, it's like past memories because I had
Mm.
money off a house, believe it or not. And I
Mm.
lived off that money for like 7 years without, out
Mm.
working. And then it all went, and I'm thinking, I'm scared that that could, I've got a little bit of savings now, that could happen again.
Yes, it's understandable. We do that. We think what has happened in the past tells us what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
But what if, or let me say it differently, could you allow that story to stay in the past where it belongs?
Yes, I can. Thank you. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that was a little bit emotional, but it was also feeling like I am more open, to a positive,
Mm-hmm.
something, it being different this time, I suppose. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the mind's coming in, like saying, "Are you sure about that?" I suppose. Yeah.
Mm, yes, it's
Yeah.
trying to help keep
Yeah.
you safe.
Yeah. It's just being aware of that, isn't it? And then letting that go as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a really bad hailstone at the moment. It's come from nowhere. Just noticing how noisy it is outside.
Ah,
Yeah. I think that's a good place, Katia. Thank you.
mm,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Feeling more and more open. Thank you for your support.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks
Thank you.
for coming and asking.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Katia.
Bye. And Mary Rose, hello.
Good evening. Hi. Good to
Hi.
see you again.
Likewise.
Um, would love to have some assistance. I received some bad news this week around my client's bankruptcy,
Mhm,
and due to the war, that project or that they don't book as many training days as
mhm,
I'm used to do there. So I released already a lot around that topic.
mhm,
So this afternoon, I felt ready. I felt a little bit of light courageousness.
mhm,
And I thought, let's don't dwell on the story of the past,
mhm,
but let's create a goal
mhm,
so I can attract uh, the money that I lost with the bankruptcy of my client,
mhm,
and also the money that I would be losing um, normally.
mhm,
So I came up with a goal,
mhm,
and I allow myself to have a constant, abundant inflow of money.
mhm,
So I don't know. Yeah, and I feel quite okay with the goal. And I noticed that there is also the voice in my head, like,
mhm,
yeah, you know that projects take time before they've come to fruition in my job, in my area, or in my and in my region, but also in my profession.
mhm.
You,
Yeah.
you don't go to a company and say, well, I have a training for you. Da, da, da. It
Yeah.
takes months and months and months. So I would
Mhm,
love to have, even though the context is what it is, I let go of those fears, but now it's time to become hootless on the constant inflow of money again.
Okay. All right. So when you think about being hootless about that, how does that make you feel?
Well, I'm not hootless on the goal yet.
Mm? So could you welcome the doubts and fears and maybe past stories that are coming up?
Yes, it's doubt.
And could you welcome that doubt and how it feels? It's true and meaningful and realistic.
Yes.
And then, as best you can, could you allow that doubt to dissolve a little bit?
Yes.
And could you allow it to dissolve a little bit more?
I could.
But would you?
I feel resistance, but
Okay.
I would, yes, I want to
Yeah,
let
good.
go.
So, if you could, would you? Like,
Yeah.
if you were feeling ready, would you then let it go?
Yes.
So, would you let go anyway?
Yes.
And then could you check if there's any sense that you know how it is in your business, in your area, in your profession, how the money comes and where it comes from? Those are just the facts.
I feel like I am uh, I'm out of control because they decide, of course, how much I'm earning. So I want to, I feel like a blockage, like a powerlessness. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, of course.
Mhm.
So could you welcome the sense that you are powerless or helpless?
Mhm.
And what if that was just a feeling, not the truth?
My mind is getting in the way and saying, but they still decide by themselves if they would now just wait on giving me training jobs due to,
Yes,
yeah.
but is the belief that's the only way you can get money?
No.
So could you be open to either getting money from unexpected sources or being hootless about it?
Hootless, of course.
And could you allow yourself to be hootless just for now, just for this tiny second now?
Yes.
And could you be hootless for another second?
Mhm.
Maybe even 2 or 3?
Yes.
And what if you could allow yourself to be hootless? Just decide.
I would. I would decide to
Yeah.
just be hootless.
Mm. How would that be?
I wouldn't give a hoot.
Yeah, right. So, just for an experiment, would you allow yourself to test being hootless like a few times a day for a few seconds at a time?
And my mind says, how? So I know it's by releasing, of course, huh?
Yeah, but then also would you be open to noticing more the times when you are already hootless? Because no matter how focused or worried you are about money, you aren't thinking about it all the time. Mind just picks up those times when you are. So would you ask the mind to support you in noticing that, oh, actually, I was pretty hootless right now. I was just drinking my tea or coffee or enjoying this piece of music or just walking here.
I would if I could. And
Good.
the thought that came up was it's an unconscious program
Yes.
that's holding me back, that is sabotaging it.
Mhm. So if you could, would you let go of that unconscious program?
Oh, yes. Mm. Yeah, it's a sabotaging program. Yes.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And then can you check if that program is running all your life? Or is it just appearing to sabotage your life at certain times about certain things?
I have a sabotaging program already a long time.
Yes.
I
Do you
wouldn't
like
say
it?
all my life, but it is there's something opening up now, like
Mhm.
I'm sabotaging myself.
And is there any judging yourself about that?
Yes, it makes me sad.
Mm. So could you just notice that there seems to have been a pattern of self-sabotage? And what if it only seemed that way?
The mind is presenting me proof.
Yes, so could you welcome wanting to believe the proof?
Yeah. Yes.
And could you let go of wanting to believe the mind's proof as the only truth?
Hmm. Oh, wow. Yes. Yes. Mm. Yes.
And could you be open to noticing all the times when things just unfold well and beautifully?
Yes, lots of moments.
Yes. And what if the thing you call self-sabotage is just a label that we use often, but labels, they can be put to lots of things that have nothing to do with the label. So it's not, what if those things just happened?
So what if those things just happened? Okay, now I am identified with the story that I am behaving in a sabotaging way due to the story I tell myself.
Yes. And how
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes? Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
And that story that you have been telling yourself, is that helpful?
No.
Mm.
No.
And do you think that story is the whole truth?
No, because I also do a lot of actions that are very non-sabotaging behavior. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
good. That's a good one. Yeah.
yes. So could you allow that story to be a story? Something that mind has picked up and created. As when we are even reading a book or watching a movie, it never says everything. It would be, nobody would read a book or watch a movie if it told everything. So it's always picked what is shown, what is told. And our stories are exactly the same. So if you don't like that story, could you allow it to be a story?
Mhm. Yes.
And could you be open to a more positive and open and courageous way of moving forward than it has appeared to be to the mind?
Yes.
So what is there now?
There's courageousness
Mm.
and a sense of like things will work out.
Mm. Yes.
And also like the client is not able to pay me now, but in the end, I had a realization also this afternoon, like there will be somebody arranging and selling everything they own, and
Mhm.
maybe I will get some money out of for my work. Yeah, yeah. But then for the new work, it'll work out.
Mm. Yes.
So thank you.
Mm. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
Mhm.
All right. And Cecil.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Hi.
Thank you for the meeting. Is your name Katja? Katja?
Yes,
Okay.
Katja. Yeah.
Well, I think just from listening to that release, I've been doing a lot of releases because I keep yarding and yarding, but I don't know what's coming up for me now in this moment. It's like, everything can be released, and it's making me think that maybe that's why sometimes I tend to hold on to my stories because if I released everything, life would be boring. I mean, it'd be like, what would that be because I found myself holding on to past stories a lot. And if I can release all that, then I would have the future and what I'm looking forward to in my future. But then I release all that. Because right now, when I came in here, what was on my mind was the idea of self-compassion, because I was in another releasing session a while back, and I did a lot of releasing, and a lot came up, and it got so heavy that I had to go lay down.
Yeah.
But then and I'm thinking that was because I didn't give it like a specific thing that I was releasing. I just said what was here in this moment, and I've been with the release technique. I think I started learning about it since 2013. And that's only the third time that I ever felt that much come up that fast and so quickly. But it felt good. It was like I wanted to keep coming, like it was just like a portal opening up. But the compassion thing, it was like after all that, I started thinking because I'm the this is my story. I'm the type of person that if I fear something, it's kind of like my body will put on the brakes. And so I'm noticing that that's a like visibility fear loop. And so the past couple of days, I'm thinking, well, the only way to get past the fear is to go with it, and so keep in motion because I've noticed every time it wants me to stop. And so yesterday, I was trying to get out and go to the library to work on my report thing. And it was kind of like I felt this pain, not pain, but like this heavy sensation, like in my legs and stuff. Like it was like not want me to move. And I was like, okay, come on now. It's like this is just our fear visibility loop coming up. Just one foot in front of the other. We're going to get there. We can slow down. I'm just talking to myself, letting her know, okay, it's okay. Just keep going. And it was hurting and hurting. But I finally made it to the library where I needed to go and came back. But then I got to thinking about when I was young and I was scared to do something, but I feared getting a whooping more than I did the thing. And so I went ahead and passed through it. And it's kind of like, I'm kind of like confused now. Was that a good form of discipline or was that not? Because by me pushing through it, I got what I needed to accomplish. It's kind of like when you want to build a muscle. If it's too painful and you stop, you'll never build that muscle. But then on the other hand, I'm like, well, did I need it? Was that not compassionate because I was making it go through the pain? It was like the more I was telling her, come on, I was kind of encouraging her. It was like she kept going because it was kind of like she wanted to make me happy. And that encouragement made me happy. And so it's kind of like to do or don't, is it compassionate? Because if I don't keep moving, it won't get done, at least in my mind. Well, and so just to release on what it really is a good parent.
Well, yeah, there's wisdom on both sides, but then it's also like, yeah, sometimes you have to keep moving and push yourself a little bit, but that you can push yourself and you can push yourself. So you can kind of push yourself gently and kindly and with compassion. And I definitely am not perfect with that myself, but I have definitely also noticed that whenever I have that compassion for myself, when I'm kind to myself, which can be like just you take the step or the 10 steps or whatever, and then you say that, okay, well done, good girl, well done, Katja, you did a good job over there. Even that kind of makes me feel, even if it's coming from me, it makes me feel more relaxed and open to taking the next step. And then if I really feel I'm not up to this, then not judging myself. And that's what I recommend, kind of like learning to know yourself in the way you probably already know when you're just being kind of lazy and when you really can't do something.
Because there's times like whenever like I'm trying to do something, and not my body will actually make me go to sleep. So it'll like really stop me like that where I can't do anything.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I know they say what you resist, it'll persist. Well, I notice like around time of my monthly cycle and all that, like before it's kind of like I get like these hunger pains, like craving sweets and all that. And I'd be like upset and I'd be like, no, you can't have the sweets and all this and this. And then that thought of what you resist will persist. And so I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna let her eat whatever she want to eat. And it was kind of like I did. It was kind of like I would gain like 10 pounds, but then after it was over with, I'd go and lose like 20. And so I think of that with this, but it's kind of like I want to test it out, but then I'm thinking, well, I need to have this done by this and this time. And so it's like slowing down enough to work with her. It's kind of like I need to have this done yesterday. It is kind of like, so do I let you go to sleep now, or do we gently go? And does it really matter if we get it done or not? Like you said, the hootlessness of it, because if it's meant to be, I guess it'll be. And if it's not, we'll do something else.
Yes, but also what you could do right now is that could you let go of expecting that pattern or circle to repeat?
Like we're feeding it. But see, I can do that, but is that a form of controlling it? I'm wanting to let it go so it'll stop. So that's straight up controlling.
Well, we release because we want to feel better. That is, in a way, wanting control. But then again, we release and we feel better. So,
Yeah.
and when we are more relaxed, everything is just easier. So, just letting go a little bit of expecting it to repeat, that helps. And could you be open to the possibility that you might be able to take those steps without pushing so hard?
Yeah. Like it being flow and eat like normal walking, not like something holding me down.
Yeah. And could you be open to it even being easy at times?
Because most of the time it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like when she's scared, that's when it feels like it is. I feel it. I feel, and I haven't checked how they say the universal energies, because sometimes with the weather and stuff, but I forgot to check that. Maybe that's why she's dragging too. Or like, I don't really want to say dragging. It just feels like a heavy, especially in my right leg, like from the right hip down. It feels like I'm like dragging, and it wasn't like that about 3 days ago. So, but I wasn't trying to do what I'm trying to do at the library either. So that's why I'm trying to make the connection, like figure out, is it she's not wanting me to go there because of fear, or if there's something wrong with my leg and I need to check my leg out, but it wasn't happening before then. So.
Well, yeah. Our bodies talk to us, but yes, obviously, if it feels like a physical thing, it is a good idea to check it out. But yeah, you kind of if it doesn't feel serious, you can check out a little bit like, is my body telling me something, or is there something wrong? But usually if it continues, then I would go and have it checked. But does it bother you now, the leg?
Well, I'm sitting down now, but I still feel like I'm just like following it going down my leg and all that. But the crazy part is growing up, my dad, it was like he's a Vietnam veteran, and I would notice that about him. It's kind of like he'd go to the doctor, and it's kind of like he could barely walk, and he had his like walking cane and all that. But then it's kind of like when he got back home, he was out in his garden. And it's kind of like I was like, he faked it. But now I'm thinking, is this really mine, or if it's something I absorbed from my dad, and it's still in my subconscious. And it's kind of like when you're mentioning, let the past stay in the past. And that I'm still trying to control that because I want the past to come up and leave so I can get more lightness. If that is part of the issue too.
Yes. So could you notice the wanting to pass to do that?
To come up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even I'm even wanting it to come up, even no matter how painful it is, as long as in a couple of days I have that lightness, I'm ready to release it.
And then could you allow the past to stay in the past?
For this moment, if that's what it's wanting to do, but not
Yes.
for long term because it's something will trigger it and it'll come back again.
Yes. And if it's something that you kind of have to realize or have an insight from the past, you'll have that in this moment. So you always see the past from this moment. So could you be open to getting the wisdom or insights you need from the past without wanting to kind of bring the whole past forward, or without the need of going through it all?
Like getting the insight without the physical part of it.
Yeah, it could be what kind of insight, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, even the physical I can even welcome because it's not where I can't move.
Yeah.
And even now it's feeling, I feel like if you think about fluid, like before it was like a warm fluid, now it's like getting lighter, but it's still there, but it's kind of like it just changed temperatures, I guess. And I think too, my body, I've been ignoring it so long because, growing up, we were taught to put yourself last, everything else supposed to come before you. And I think she's just happy that I'm paying attention to her now. He's like, finally, you listening to me. Finally, you doing something.
Yeah.
And so even that wanting to keep this attachment, like the oneness, but but being on a better level, like, okay, we're gonna get both of us gonna get what we want, but take the pain down a little bit, and then remembering, to do what I say I'm gonna do for her. And so it's kind of like, and even that, when I say for her, she's part of me. So they don't feel like I'm trying to separate from her. Should I say for us? Her from these.
Yeah.
And even the fact that came up in this moment, maybe that's what she's telling me. Stop trying to separate. It's like the little bad kid in the store, and you're trying to go hide from him, but he's trying to follow you to catch up, like, Mom, Mom. But she's not really bad. She's just programmed, and it's kind of like she's just trying to be seen and trying to be heard like everybody else.
Yes. Yes. We often need lots of people, if they are not first paying attention to the body kind of starts shouting louder. So yeah, but then it might be a good idea to also have it checked if there is something physical that you can do to help the body. But besides,
And even then, like with pills, like usually doctors give you like a pain pill or something. But even that, 'cause like you mentioned, I always heard that physical pain is an indication that something else is wrong. And so I don't really like pills because it's kind of like it's sure to make the pain go away, but it's shutting up something that's deeper or something. Especially when they can't find anything that's deeper other than say, okay, you're in pain, here's a pill, come back if it ain't working. It's kind of
yeah, yes.
like the exploration, like, but maybe that's what she wants. Because I'm in my mind, I'm thinking it's going to take a long time to find out what I really want, what I'm allergic to, what she don't want. But maybe that's what it needs because it took so long to program her this way, and she needs instructions, retraining on what we're gonna do going forward. Maybe that's it. That's what's coming up in the moment for me. So maybe that's what's needing to be released and brought up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, now it don't feel like a steady stream. It just feels like little twitchy. It kind of feels neat with whatever she's doing right now to my leg. It's kind of like, it's like little prickles. So, yeah, whatever it is, feeling better. I feel like lighter.
Good.
And I'm glad she's happy because sometimes, well, either way, whether she cries or whether we cry or whether we laugh, it's a release. But she's wanting to laugh. We're wanting to laugh today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this feels good. And then I wonder sometimes if I had actually had children, if I would be paying attention to myself more because I never had children, but I had like a little nephew. And a lot of times when I see my inner child doing something, I'll be thinking about how, like sometimes I would ignore him too, especially if I had to get something done. And I see me doing it to myself through what I was doing to him. But, he could come pull me down and like, come on, Cynthia, I'm trying to tell you something. So,
Yeah, well, yes. Kids have a way of getting your attention one way or the other, and I think in a way our inner children are the same. So, yeah.
I said, whoever named this aspect of ourselves the inner child, they do. I see why they call it the inner child and the parent.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, yeah, this feels good, and thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for coming and sharing. Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so does anyone else have something you'd like to share or ask assistance or suggest a group release? There was more to do. Sharon.
Patty, can I just ask you a question?
Sure.
The more releasing you do, well, the more releasing I do, it feels like my circumstances have become more and more intense. Is that just what's apparently happening, or is that a sign that just deeper layers are coming up? I suppose that's the question I'm asking. In your experience,
I'd say both.
yeah.
Yeah, things are happening. We don't, most of the time, we can't really tell why.
Yeah.
But also the more you release, kind of the more is coming up until there is less. But also that when we are releasing, we become more sensitive to feelings and things that we have suppressed before. So thanks for the call. Thank you, Fabian. And therefore, at least for some time, it can really feel more intense.
Yeah.
Then I would think that in human life, that's how it goes. Sometimes you have more intense periods, and then there are more calm and peaceful periods. That's just how it seems to be.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's nothing to blame ourselves about, like, oh, this is happening because I'm not releasing enough. That's not how it is. We don't have such power.
Yeah.
The power is that it allows us to kind of accept and go more with the flow with what is happening, what has happened. And that can feel magical, like we know. But the external circumstances some of them we seem like we have control over, but no, I wouldn't say that it's never like because we didn't release enough. That's
Yeah.
just judging ourselves.
Yeah, I think, I mean, over the winter's been really intense, but I think before in the summer, I did a lot of deep releasing, and it feels like it's just continuing, I suppose, from that.
Yeah.
And it's
Yes.
more spontaneous, I would say.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, and more being able to cope better with, because we had workmen here every day for 3 weeks, which is quite a lot to deal with, which I
Yeah.
did cope quite well the majority of the time. So I
Yeah.
can see a lot of gains,
Yeah.
but circumstances just seem to have gone a bit off the scale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
Yes, and
yeah,
I would write them down somewhere. Keep writing the gains down somewhere,
yeah,
because at least for me, I forget so quickly, and you get used to so quickly to something that you forget it was ever was a thing. Like I've had all these things, like people I couldn't stand that used to kind of make my life really annoying when I
yeah,
met them, that I'm perfectly fine now.
yeah,
And I don't even remember that that ever was the case.
yeah. You like
And
to forget certain things, don't you?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and when you write them down, you kind of, well, Hale says they solidify the changes. And then if you have them somewhere, you can, when you have that weaker moment or thing, when you think all this releasing does nothing, you
yeah,
have some proof. The
yeah,
mind
to
likes
look at.
proof that
Yeah,
yes, things have changed and I've noticed differences. So
yeah.
I definitely recommend that.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Because I've got a book that I take out every now and then and just read a few little verses out of it.
Yeah.
And I'd actually written in the back of that book,
Yeah.
it was something that was said to me, on a support call.
Mm-hmm.
Could you be open to? I can't even remember what I read, but
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that and just seeing it the other day
Yeah.
just by chance, and it was really what I needed to hear at that time. And that was off a call.
Mm. Yeah.
So yeah, it is nice sometimes just to see. I will write them down. Thanks for that, Kasia. Yeah, because
Mm.
yeah, it is some reference, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Thanks for answering that. I just thought I'd, just see that.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
just, in some ways, it is like you can think of it as a positive because there's
Mm.
more coming up to be let go of. So even though it can
Yeah.
be challenging, the experiences that you have, there is a positive side to it as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
with releasing, you kind of in a way, you have your back, so that you know that it can get tough, but
Oh,
you have a
yeah.
way of feeling better
Yeah.
and
It's a
pretty
great
quickly.
tool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Mm.
that with things that are going on in the world, and I see,
Mm.
other people's challenges, and I think, well, at least I've got this and we've got
Yeah.
this. It's so
Mm.
helpful, isn't it? Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
thank you, Katia. Thanks for
Oh,
that.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Nobody else has anything.
Mhm.
Maybe we could do a group release just on acceptance and self-love for the moment.
Yes, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Okay. So first, just let yourself pause and be. And then let yourself think about yourself and notice what the mind brings up. And see if there are any judgments or past stories coming up. Any feelings of doubt or sadness or fear or anger. And just notice them all. Give them space. And then would you notice all the wanting to do something about yourself, wanting to change yourself, the way you behave or act, how you look, how you feel, how much money there is, though, how the world seems to be around you. Any wanting to do anything about you, just notice that as well. And then could you notice how personal that feels? It is you after all. And notice how you take yourself personally. Your thoughts, your feelings, your memories, your life. And then, just for the moment, could you allow it all the rest? And notice how it's all already accepted, already allowed. How there is love and peace and acceptance for you, in you. Notice the vast, unlimited space of acceptance that is spreading beyond and beneath all the thoughts and feelings, beliefs, memories, and stories. Just open up to the acceptance and notice what a wonderful gift it is to be here now, that you are. Notice the light and love that is shining through, that is here in you, all around you. And allow that acceptance and love to shine through you and wash away all the doubts and fears, all the dark stories. And allow yourself to rest as held, as supported, as the love and acceptance. And just allow yourself to be and be and be. Good. Okay.
Thanks, Katja.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Mary.
Thank you. And just real quick, that last meditation, what was coming up for me, I don't know if you know Kenny Rogers, but he got that song Through the Years. And that's like me and my inner child, it's like our love song. It is kind of like, you never let me down. I'm so glad I stayed with you right through the years, because some days, we're wondering if we're still gonna be on earth, but and like going forward, it's like a loyalty bond. That's what was coming up for me.
Oh, That's lovely. Yes, lovely. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Can I
Thank
ask you
you.
one more question?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know how hail, or if I could find it in the materials I have in my library,
Mm-hmm.
but how can you, how you say this, see the difference between hootlessness
Mm-hmm.
and feeling like indifference, like apathy, indifference, and like wanting to give up, like, okay, how do you know the difference?
It feels different. It feels really different. Well, with hootlessness, there is, to my experience, there's courage in there, and there's some joy, and there's the trust. I think that might be the easiest to notice. You trust you're fine either way. When you're apathetic and wanting to give up, that's just when, you don't really care. You are just there. And then you're lacking, when you're apathetic, you're lacking the will to move forward. You aren't trusting. You're kind of, oh, whatever. And you're kind of feeling low. Whereas hootlessness, it's kind of like you're relaxed. That's the biggest. I think you feel it in your body too. That's
Okay,
how
that's good to explore. Yes.
yeah, yes, yeah. That's how
Thank
I
you.
see it. You're welcome. Hi,
So
Nicole.
there's a sports call for the facilitator training. So I think it starts in an hour. So I'm
In
going
an
to
hour. Yes.
I have a bite.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a bite. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Katja,
Thank
and
you. Thank
thank
you.
you also. Bye bye.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
day, everybody.
Bye.